Bob Schubert is a successful business owner who has in the past built a multi-million-dollar business. But when Bob reached a tipping point in his latest venture, Bob realized it made more sense to bring in our team of business consultants than to try to fix it himself.
My name is Bob Schubert. I own Trailers Unlimited and BenTrailers.com. We provide services and sales of custom trailers. We've been in business now for 10 years and we have approximately 10 employees. Having been in business for 10 years, I began focusing on this business about 4 years ago after selling one in Chicago. The business in Chicago went through some rapid growth and experienced some changes that really required structure and the implementation of a management team. The process there was very expensive. We lost several of our employees, replaced our controller, replaced our sales manager. Even our warehouse management team became very dysfunctional and required training and loss. My experience with that was that in this business, I didn't want to go through the same thing. I didn't want to lose those people that had become very important to me when we transitioned this company from 10, 15, 20, 30 employees. I wanted it to be I wanted it to grow in a way that benefited the employees that started with me. I wanted it to grow in a way that would benefit me without the stress of having to hire outside people and insert them into a management role. The process to do that, as I knew from my Chicago business, would be very expensive if I attempted to do it here locally. That is why I called the consulting company. That's why I brought them in and helped me through the process and helped my people through the process of becoming better employees and me a better manager. So our service department is probably the most important component to our entire business. Selling trailers generates some revenue, but service is a billable time and a revenue center for us that has made a big difference in our business. Bringing in the consulting group allowed us to take a look at that piece of the business and allowed us to think about it in a different light. Instead of hiring more people and throwing them at the job of go out and do more jobs and get more revenue, we allowed ourselves the opportunity, and the consulting group assisted in this process to identify that we need an individual on a job accountable for the performance of that one job. It also put in place some additional structure that we could measure each individual's performance. So by doing that, we've got the opportunity now to add more employees to our shop. We can double our revenue from that shop and not necessarily double or triple our expense in people, because we have a defined responsibility for each individual and a measurable result that we expect from each one of them. While working with Michael, our consultant, we really identified the metrics that made our business tick. One of the biggest metrics is the hours billed to the customer. Every hour billed by each individual employee generates a significant income for our company. By measuring that metric and then giving a benefit back to the employee as in the form of a bonus for the hours billed during that period of time, we've actually increased the number of hours that we're able to bill, increased our revenue in the service department substantially, and at the same time managed the costs associated with those by not necessarily needing to just bring in additional employees with a haphazard result. So our consultant really guided us through the process of delivering a measurable result out of each employee. Prior to Michael coming to our business, we didn't utilize metrics on a daily basis or weekly basis to manage our business. Having put those metrics in place, we really focus on what benefits our business on an ongoing basis because of those metrics hitting their numbers. Today, we can decide, or we can make the decisions based on those metrics, whether or not we need to add employees, how we need to structure our business moving forward, and focusing on the metrics rather than day-to-day tasks gives us the clarity we need to perform at our optimum level. 30 days into the process of working through the consulting, or working with the consulting group and getting the management structure in place, my home burned to the ground in the middle of the night with everything I own in it. And my wife, family, children, and house guests were very fortunate and lucky to escape the house fire. The fact that I had the consultant still on site on a weekly basis was a tremendous benefit to the company. The fact that my employees had already had a month of training of making decisions on their own was also a huge benefit. The business and my attention on the business had to go on without me for a short period of time, and the comfort that I had knowing that it would be able to do that without me here on a daily basis was incredible. Wouldn't have been able to get through that next month of dealing with the contents, dealing with the insurance company, dealing with finding a place for my family to live without the assistance of Michael, the consulting group, and a newly trained management team. Before bringing in the consulting group, I wore many hats: sales, service, service writing, working with customers, selling trailers. Today, I focus on just 2 or 3 key components of my business. The metrics obviously drive our business, and I pay very close attention to those. This has really freed up a lot of time for me to look forward and plan for next year, see where we can improve within the organization, and see where we're going, not totally focused on where we are today.